But we'll talk while we're driving, and you guys can check out. So this is the beginning of typhoon season. It's been like about a week we've been having pretty much this much rain. You can see it's not raining really hard. It's raining enough to be wet. And not much of a chat to talk about, nothing important, just the rain. And I got a couple little whines I want to do. You know, I listen to the Philippine blogger community all the time, and it seems to me there's two conversations that are talked about. Oh, why is it so warm? Two conversations that I hear mostly. Conversation number one is how it's hard to live because nobody has enough money. That seems to be if you don't got money, what the fuck are you doing in the Philippines? It takes money to live. If you're in the US, it takes money. If you're in the Philippines, it takes money, you bunch of bozos. You gotta have an income. You can live here okay on $1,000 a month. Realistically, find a cheap house to live. Don't do a lot of partying. Be normal. You can be happy. Now, the more money you got, the more money you can spend. For instance, my electric bill is about $350 a month alone. We have a car payment which is $300. We pay for gasoline. That's another, I don't know, $200 a month maybe. We've got we buy gas for the house. That's another $50 a month. What other bills do we got? Oh, we got our Wi-Fi bill, which is $150 a month. Well, say $100 a month. So that's just our monthly bills. Plus I got guys that work for me. That's $100 a week. My dogs cost me about $100 a week to feed. So my bills are high. I have a good income. I don't care about my bills. You know, it costs me what it costs me. But you can't whine if you're in a foreign country and you expected it to be free. Nothing's free. Nothing. So this is number one. I think that's the number one conversation that I hear from the, I want to say, the expat community. They're a bunch of fucking whiners because most of them don't have enough money for their, pay their own expenses. Now, there are a few that do. Don't get me wrong, they're not all whining about their money, but it's stupid. If you guys don't have the money, don't come here. It's not the US. You cannot work here, okay? Then if you do work here, you're going to make the same as everybody else, 600 to 800 pesos a day. That's $15. So if you can survive on that, you don't mind working 12-hour days, 6 days a week, hey, good luck to you. The next thing that I hear, and I'm so sick of hearing it, honestly, every time I turn on one of these fucking expat channels, it's the girls. Oh my God. Dude, there's a couple guys out here that's all they fucking do. The bar girls live in their damn heads. It's so bad. I can't. Hey, Alan the Mysterious. Hey, that's cool. I like it. Anyway, the bar girls live in these people's heads. I mean, there's this one guy, it's all he fucking talks about is the sex and the sex. You know what? He's going to get banned off of YouTube, I guarantee it, because that is one of the things that you cannot do on YouTube. And he's going to get banned. I'm just waiting to see it happen. So, and I hope he does. I'm sick of what he says, honestly. It's bullshit, most of it. The girls are all, he goes to the bars, gets the bar girls, and then talks about how sleazy they are and how you shouldn't get the bar girls, and then he talks about the next bar girls he's getting. Hey, come on. The dude's a turd anyway. And he knows who he is. I don't have to mention his name. He knows he's a turd. But that's how he gets his views. Talking about all this sex shit. And it's good for him. I don't care. I don't need views. I don't need money. I don't do YouTube for money. I do it for fun. I do it because there are people that actually can gain from being so piss poor in the Philippines. You know what? Let me tell you. It's not. Think about driving in the U.S. Okay, you're in the Bay Area, San Francisco area, Washington, Seattle, whatever. Okay. Driving down the road and you've got a headlight out. Oh, the cop's going to pull you over. Guess what? That's a $200 fine. And while he's checking out your shit, your insurance isn't good enough. So now he's going to tell you you can't drive your car because you don't got any insurance. And they might just impound it just to be dicks. Or you're speeding 20 miles an hour over the speed limit. That could be a $500 fine. US here, there's nobody gonna tell you can't drive fast. There's no stop signs and stoplights, and if there is and you run one, there ain't nobody gonna tell you fucked up unless you're in Manila. But out here in the provinces, they don't give a shit what you do. Drive like it. Yeah, people do stop in the middle of the highway. I'm on MacArthur Highway right now. Sooner or later on this ride, in the next 45 minutes, somebody will stop directly in front of me. I guarantee it. Because the middle lane is for cars, trucks. The right lane, not like in the United States, it's not for the slower traffic. It is really designed for motorcycles. That's it. Okay, so if you're in this lane, middle lane, and you're doing 80 or 90, and somebody stops in front of you, that's the way it works. They got to stop to make a left-hand turn. Some of the old school people stop in the right-hand lane to make a left-hand turn and cross 3 lanes of traffic. I don't get that one. That blows me away. But hey, you know what? That's what they learn. That's what they do. It's not me to say they can't. It pisses me off once in a while. But hey, that's life. I deal with the Philippines as the Philippines. It is what it is, guys. You know, hey, Steve. You know, it's not the United States. And if you're going to live here, you know what? Blend in or go the fuck home. Don't come here. Man, I wish about 90% of the Americans that I've seen, heard, talked to, or around would just go the fuck back. They don't know what the fuck. I like these guys. Oh, I gave the tricycle driver 1,000 pesos for the drive. Why? It should have been 50 pesos. Well, because I'm a nice guy. No, you're not. You're just fucking up everybody else's economy. You know, all you're doing is making it so the tricycle drivers want to charge the Americans more money. I live here full time, been here 8 years. I don't want that shit going on around me. And really, whenever I drive, I only use the grist lane. I don't know what that is. We have what's called the T-Plex here, but you can't always use that. I mean, where I went today, it's not worth it. You know, it's not expensive to me, but it's expensive in general. You pay for that in gas, you're doubling your trip charge. Oh, excuse me. The other thing is, you know, these fucking Americans. I honestly, guys, I listen to these guys that live in the Philippines. Go home. Just, you know, if you can't blend in and get a life normal, you know, they all want to move to Dumaguete or someplace like that, where they move from the U.S. and they move to a U.S. American-filled or Canadian, American, European-filled city. So, oh gee, they live in the United States with all the bullshit Americans in a foreign country, and they think they know anything. You know what? You guys, if you ain't been here for 5 or 6 years, you have no fucking opinion of living here. Never. You have no opinion. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You're not going to know what the fuck's going on. I've been here longer, 8 years, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. A lot of it, I know a lot more than a lot of the Americans do here, because I read the laws. I read the Constitution. I understand the shit you can and can't do, and I pay attention. The rest of you idiots, yeah, go get in a bar fight. See what happens. Besides getting your asses kicked, go and get in a bar fight. But go insult enough girls, enough of the bar girls. You go piss one of them off, they're going to get you locked up in jail, and then you're going to get fucking deported. Why? Because they're bar girls? They can't do that? Yeah, okay. Piss one of them off enough. See what happens. First one that says you hurt her, you slapped her, you swore at her, you cussed her out, you called her a bitch, you go to jail, buddy. That's against the law here. What the dog's doing? I don't know what she's got tore up back there.
Yeah, it's papers.
On ain't to see. We have one of our huskies in the car. I just looked in the back seat, their shit tore up all over the seat. I thought, fuck, you just tore a hole in my seat. That would be a husky. They would do that. Anyway, you know, there's a guy, Matt. I'm going to talk about you, Matt. You're always talking about how fucked up the bar girls are. Let me tell you something, pal. The first time a bar girl gets pissed off at you because you swore at her, or you shoved her just a little bit, or you told her to get the fuck out of your house, and she calls the cops on you, you're going to go to jail, buddy. It's against the law. Bar girl or not bar girl, they will win and you will lose. So, just keep being a bunch of assholes. I like it. Guys can hit the road, go home, go to jail, whatever. It's the way it works. It is the way it works. Hey, I don't know how many people are watching, but sub the channel. I want you to sub my channel so we can get remonetized, which would be funny. Yeah, that would be a laugh. Remonetized. I was monetized for a long time, and I don't really need the money. I want to monetize because I can, no other reason. The other thing is, I put the Buy a Coffee app on my channel. So I haven't tried. Nobody sent me a coffee yet. I need somebody to spend $1 on the Buy Me a Coffee app, just so I can see if it works. That's the only reason. I don't care. You guys buy a coffee and it's over $1, you can tell me what to get my dogs, and we'll buy the dog something. One of our dogs. We have a few of them. Yeah, you get dog food, you get cookies, whatever you want. We have 12 dogs. We have 4 Huskies, 3 Belgian Malinois, 1 half Belgian Husky, a couple of street dogs, Chihuahua, Dachshund, Jack Russell. I don't know, I think I forgot something.
Asshole.
Oh, we got an Ascol, that's a street dog. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, we're dog people. We like it. They're not around us. We're like, where's the dog? It's pretty weird. And they get in dog fights and they fuck each other up periodically.
Come here.
So we actually have a dog hospital, and yeah, here we go. You can see one of the push the button there, baby. Hang on, just trying to push the button. See this one? There you go. That's she pushed it twice. There, that's Mouse. Mousey, say hello. This is our oldest Husky, and Mousey is a girl. And anyway, so she's in the car. We tried to leave her home today, but that doesn't. When she wants to go, she jumps over the gate. She runs around the car. You can't get her. She's going with you. That's all there is to it. So we're in Pozorobia, which is where we live. Well, we live outside of it, but we're actually going to go into town. My wife wants to go to the market, so you're going to get to see the market here a little bit. Anyway, back to the Buy Me a Coffee thing. I just need somebody to spend $1 and buy me a coffee. Anyway, I don't know why it keeps jumping. I have no idea. We're driving down the road. Anyway, if you do that $5 or so, you tell me what to buy the dog. A dog, you can tell us to buy something for Mouse. And if it's reasonable and we can get it with the $5, we will. Dog food, treats, all, ever. They're dogs. They like whatever they get. They're like little kids. So, anyway, what else? So we're going into town. You can see it's kind of changed. We're not going 60 or 70 anymore. We're going 21. So I think my wife wants to get some food for us to eat for lunch. For about $3 less, she can get 4 kinds of food at the food vendor. It's all cooked, all ready to eat, and it's more than enough for 2 of us, I'll tell you.
That's foolish.
And they even give you rice for free. You get free rice and 4 dishes of food. Meat, vegetables, fish, whatever it is that you're into eating at the time, and they got cooked. You can have it. So, it's kind of cold.
Why is it cold? So only.
Cold for me. Talking about the aircon and the car's working too
Because
good.
it's raining. That's
Yeah,
why.
everything's wet. Air conditioners work better in the rain. Even though it's 90 degrees outside, it's 40 degrees inside, and I'm cold. So you can kind of see what the town looks like anyway. If I open it, maybe if I go like that, you can get a little better view of what's going on. There you go. You see all the traffic, tricycles everywhere, cars. We just passed the police station. Anyway, I hope what I was saying about you, the expats here, the guy, I don't know why they call them expats. They're not expatriates. Okay, they're just people that have moved to the Philippines trying to decide if they want to live here or not. And I'm going to say that if you take 10 people and you bring them here from the Philippines, I would say half of them aren't going to make it. They're going to go back. The other half are going to go back after 4 or 5 years. And they're all whining, oh, I can't go back. I sold everything. Well, that's your fault. You know, me, I lived in other countries most of my life. So when I moved here, it was just like moving home. What?
Going inside.
I know. It was like moving home. I actually lived out of the country more years than I lived in the country. And so, you know, living in the tropics is what I did all my life. I didn't have any problem moving here. I've always supported myself everywhere I've been. So I wasn't even thinking about coming to the Philippines and not having money. I just know how to make money. It's easy for me. And the expats, you guys get a hold of me. You're not clowns and stupid fucks. I can actually help you make a living in the Philippines too, and you can make a lot of money. I have kids here that work for me, and they make about $1,000 a month on my business, working for me. So if you guys want to do the same, you can get a hold of me. I'll tell you, I'll help you out. I don't mind. I can always use the extra help. I don't usually hire Americans, but if I like you, you seem like a normal person. I'm going to pull up there, I guess.
I got the umbrella.
Okay. Hold on. Hang on 1 second, guys. I got to help my wife get an umbrella. There we go. Yeah, the Wi-Fi is not too good here for some reason, guys. Sorry about that. Anyway, whenever I drive, I only use the Grish. I don't know what that means. Talking about the T-Plex, maybe. I don't know what that means. But it's living in the Philippines. I've lived in all of Central America. I've lived in a bunch of South Pacific Islands, North Pacific Islands. Like, I lived in more places than I can even count. I like it here. Life is easy. It's, you know, you don't have to stress. Seriously, you don't have to stress over anything here if you don't want to. You have to find stress points and reasons to stress. It's just ridiculous. But I'll tell you, I am so tired of hearing these, what they consider to be expats, which is stupid. They're not. They're not expat. An expatriate means you dump the United States forever. Then you're not a patriot to the U.S. anymore. Stop using the term. It's stupid. You're just a bunch of losers like me that moved to the Philippines. I admit it. I don't want to live in the U.S. It sucks. It's a third world country. It really is. Dirt bags, all the drug addicts, all the homeless people, all the fucking police, and you know, it's a police state, the whole country. All the politics all suck. Why would anybody realistically want to move to the U.S.? I don't know. Used to be the best country in the world? No, not anymore. Now it's the third world country, and we live where it's not the third world country. So anyway, some of the laws here, I really think that they're better than the laws in the United States. You know, they're good for the people and not so much for the government. I mean, we have governmental rules here too as well. Laws that are for the government, but you know, they watch out for the people here a lot better than they do in the United States. For instance, they have a burn ban part of the year. Keeps the air clean. We don't have that fucking cloud of smoke like over Hawaii, you know, or over Central America. It's all smoky. We don't have smog here, and we're on an island. Now we have the Pacific Ocean all the way around us. There's no smog. The air is clean. You know, lots of plants, lots of greenery, making, you know, carbon dioxide, taking the carbon dioxide out and making air. You know, we have jungle. Not on this island, at least I haven't seen any, but there is jungle in the Philippines for sure. You know, nobody messes with you here, guys. This is just a nice, simple place to live. You know, hey, sub my channel, guys. See what happens. I really need watch hours, so the longer I talk, the more watch hours I get. And like I said, this is just kind of a drive and yak kind of a day. But I have one consistent watcher. Who are you? Let's see. Whenever I drive, whoever's watching right now, say hi so I see you here. Write me a text. Hi guys. Now we got 3 guys watching. 2 thumbs up. Hope we got a sub. I always get 1 or 2 subs. Every time I do a live every day, I get 1, 2, or 3 subs. It's kind of nice. But I don't need subs. I really need hours watched. So try and watch the videos, watch some of my stuff. It's all basically the same yak. I'm talking about the bullshit that goes on with the Americans. I'll tell you, you guys don't like the Philippines, go somewhere else. Go to Thailand, you like it there. Go to Taiwan, you like it there. Go to Japan, go to China. Yeah, the ones that are whining about everything everywhere else, whine about the U.S., shit, move to China and talk bad about their country, see what happens. You know, that's another thing. I like these stupid expats that all they do is talk bad about their neighbors and the Philippine government. Yeah, keep that shit up. All these kids around here, you think that they don't have phones? You think that they're not watching your videos talking bad about them? Yeah, they talk bad about the neighborhood, and then the next video you see they talk worse about the neighborhood, about how bad it got. Oh, my neighbors all have chickens. I'm so tired of hearing chickens. I hate the fucking neighbors. Wow, that's funny, because a week later, my goddamn neighbor got more chickens. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's funny, right? Wonder why. You talk bad about them, they watch your video. What do you expect? Really, what do you expect? Do you expect them not to talk bad about you? They treat you like you treat them, man. It's that way. I like my neighbors. I do. I don't like all my neighbors, but I like the neighborhood. In general, here's the mouse. Mousy, say hi. In general, I like my neighborhood. You know, we have problems periodically, as in any neighborhood. You never lived in the United States in a neighborhood. You don't know. Now me, I can honestly say, from the time I was about 11, I never lived in a U.S. neighborhood. I always had a country house. If I was in the U.S., most of the time I was on a sailboat, sailing around the world, sailing, checking out things that I never saw before that you could check out on a boat. When you have a sailboat, you can literally see the world for free. Figure out ways to make money. I did charters on my sailboat everywhere I went. I was in Mexico, Central America, shit I saw everywhere, Costa Rica, Panama, I don't know, so many places I don't remember. Even in the Marshall Islands, we took people on boat rides for money. You know, everywhere you go. In the Philippines, I have a company that's in the U.S. So I don't need to make money in the Philippines. All my money comes from the United States. Goes into a U.S. bank. I transfer it over here if I need it, take it out of the ATM machine, whatever. I don't break any laws. I don't start any trouble. I don't talk bad about the government. I don't talk about sex and drugs and rock and roll on my channel. Well, maybe a little bit, but not enough to be noticed. And you stupid fucks, if that's all you talk about, yeah, you're not long for the channel. You're not long for YouTube. Especially you idiots that talk about nothing but sex. Do you know that sexual context is not allowed on YouTube? So somebody's gonna push you out. You watch. You're gonna get stung, and you're gonna get demonetized. You're gonna get put a 30-day ban on anything. You won't be able to load anything for a month, and then you're gonna learn. Start being normal. Talk about where you're at. Talk about the Philippines. Talk about living in the Philippines. Talk about what it takes to live in the Philippines. No, not what it. Oh, tell ya. It's not scary to live here. There's no crime where I live. So they haven't had a crime in this city in 10, 20 years. I mean, the last crime they told me was a bank robbery, and it was like in 1994. I talked to cops, a bunch of them are my friends. You know, so I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. There's a lot of weird shit that goes on. Wow, that worked out good. So sorry it keeps dropping the Wi-Fi, guys. We have what's called it's a mobile Wi-Fi. It's kind of like the old time hotspots that you could buy. So it's kind of like that. Not really, but more or less. Anyway, we're back again. We do the drive. We're waiting for my wife to get back. I don't don't know where she's at. She's out doing her thing, getting food for the day. She has to walk in the rain, maybe, I don't know, 100 yards to get to where I'm at. I don't know. So this is the beginning of typhoon season. Typhoon season started about a week ago, and literally, they said typhoon season started. The very next day we had a typhoon and rain. Go figure. Hey, once again, sub the channel, guys. You're watching still. Like and subscribe. I guess like means push the thumbs up button, right? Also, I got the Buy Me a Coffee app attached to my channel. I don't need money. I'm not begging for cash. I don't give a fuck really, but for fun, if you guys would like to know my puppies, they're on my channel periodically, and you send money through Buy Me a Coffee, you can buy the puppies something. Put $5 out, say buy them some treats, buy a specific dog a treat, like Mouse. We'll get Mousy a treat on your $5, show you what it is the next day or the following day, and give it to Mouse so you can see her enjoy it. And like I said, we have a lot of dogs, so you can just say, you know, buy one of the little dogs something, buy a white dog. We have white dog, black dog, brown dog, black and white dog, brown and white, black dog. Big dogs and little dogs. Anyway, we're doing it for fun, nothing else. But nobody's bought me a coffee yet, so I don't know if the Buy Me a Coffee app works. I need somebody just to spend $1, 50 cents, a nickel, I don't care, whatever it does. Send me enough just so we can see if the Buy Me a Coffee app works, you guys. I have no access to sending myself money, or I would. Anyway, we're still at the market waiting for Lynn. I'll flip this around for a minute. You can see my ugly mug. There you go. I'm here. It's me. Talking for 30 minutes. Yeah, I went to bed late last night. Got upset about things a little bit. My business. I had a mechanic steal a little bit of money, $100. I had another mechanic steal $500 from me in the last 2 days. That's $600 I lost in 2 days. Do I like that? Not really. Does it hurt me? Well, of course. Is it going to put me in the red? No. But it still pisses me off to the point where I know I lost the money. Anyway, get you back out to the city. There you go. This place is what it is. Then you should be getting back here pretty soon, I think. We will see. We'll see. I got no comments coming in, guys. Somebody write a comment so I see what's going on. Write me a comment. There's a few people watching. 31 minutes already. Shit, I'm still fucking yawning nonstop. Anyway, if you guys watch a few of these channels, you know, there's a guy, his name is Steve. I don't know what his channel name is. I'm going to write it down so I remember. But it's Steve, and he's just had a baby. And he's planting trees in his backyard for his family when he's gone. He's in his 50s. And there's our neighbor right there. And that's respectable to me. That's looking out for your family when you're not here anymore. I do the same. I built my wife a nice house. She's got a couple of places she can rent out if she wants to. So I'm going to build 2 more rentals on my property, maybe 3, so that if something ever does happen to me, she'll have places for people to rent so she can support herself without having to work. If my business doesn't, you know, hopefully she'll learn to run my company and she can do this on her own. Which, knowing me, she can. And once again, expats, joke, you idiots that live in the Philippines, Americans, Canadians, if you need ways to make cash, get a hold of me. I can always use somebody that can work for me. I never hired Americans. I hired Filipinos, but it is possible that I could help somebody out. You never know. Depends on who you are and how much of an asshole you are. It's easy money. I paid the kid, one of the kids at work. Yeah, my kids make a lot of money at work for me. Anyway, it's 33 minutes and 21 seconds. I think I'm gonna hang up. And well, maybe not. I'll wait till my wife gets back. You guys are enjoying looking at the city here, I guess. So we're at the wet market in Pozo Robio, which is in Pangasinan, which is on Luzon. I'm about 2 hours from Manila, 2 hours from Baguio City. We're in a province. As you can see, life goes on. We have guys selling rice. These are rice vendors next to us. There's a barber shop on the left side. Yep, barber shop on the left side. And you can look down the street there. Maybe you can see that. Let's see if I can lift it up. Not really. Well, let's see. I'll do this. And there you go. So that's a phone sale place where it says Vivo. That's a phone sale place. If you look up there, it says Odessa. That's a place that sells stuff for your house, for like stoves and kitchen shit mostly. And we go over here, you can see the rice vendors. I'll leave it like that. It's a rice vendor on the corner, and the black bags that you see on the bottom right hand side there, that's charcoal. They actually make the charcoal here. They take the wood and they bury the wood in the ground in banana leaves. And then here's a lady, I don't know, she's selling some shit here. You can't really tell. Anyway, they bury it in banana leaves, and then they bury it with a couple holes over it. You set fire to it, and when the fire goes out, they take the it turns into charcoal. And the charcoal they sell in the market for barbecue. It's regular charcoal. It burns just like everything else, like regular charcoal does. So, there's a garbage man going to go by. He's picking up garbage. This is how this place operates. There's the garbage guy. You can see the garbage truck. And he's picking up the trash. The city pays him to do that. He's the garbage man. So, it's a nice place to live, you guys. You know, I'll do something a little weird. I don't know why this is down, actually. There, take a little better view. Yeah, unlike in the United States, everything runs here. No homeless people. Garbage guy. He's pushing basically a two-wheel wheelbarrow. And in the rain, his job is to pick up the trash. So if you look on the street, there is no trash anywhere. It's all clean. Unlike the United States. I talk, California is just a dirt pit. Living in the United States now, you are living in a third world country. Here, no. This to me is not a third world country. I have access to every single thing I used to have access to in the U.S. And this is like, I say it's like living in the early 60s and 70s, mid 60s and 70s here. The way that the people work, society works here. It's like the 60s and 70s. It's kids are still out riding their bicycles. The teenagers after school, they're out fucking around with their friends, girls. They hike in the mountains, they ride their bikes. They're normal. There's no crime. There's nobody stealing children. None of that shit, man. You see the old guys walking around. There's an old white man right there. Yeah, like me. Definitely looks like he's from the U.S. Old fat guy, you can tell. Americans were all the same. Old and fat. There's a million, that's what lives in the Philippines. And anybody who says he ain't, he's lying. Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you. It's okay. We enjoy it. I came here to retire. You know, it's like, unless these guys don't give the Filipinos your money. Why is that? Because you don't trust people because you're from the U.S.? Hey, I trust my wife 100%. I've been with her for a long time, 8 years. I have no money. I can show you my wallet. It's right here. Here's my wallet. Here's my wallet. Wait, don't turn this around. Okay, here's my wallet. I'm going to open my wallet up. And as you see, okay, there's the money that's in it. I'm going to take it out and see how much is here. There's, hold on, 500, 600 pesos. I have $12 to my name. Now, I do have an ATM card, Wells Fargo. I think I still remember what the password is. Maybe not. I don't know. Don't care. I don't care if I know the password. You know why? I don't use the credit cards. I don't use the ATM cards. My wife's in charge of the money. Why is that? Because I don't want to be in charge of the money. I don't need to be. I don't buy shit. If I want to go out and drink, just get a handful of cash and go. My wife don't care. It's on me. If I want to take a ride on my bike, I make sure the gas tank's full. I got a credit card. I'll take 20 bucks with me and be gone. It's no big deal. I don't want to pay bills. I don't want to go shopping. I don't want to do all the shit that you do when you have a handful of money in your hand. I don't want to. I came here to retire. I didn't come here to pay bills and do all the shit I did in the U.S. I make money. I have a company. I work nights. I make enough money to survive, pay my bills. Like I said, my bills are probably $2,000 a month, $1,800 a month, something like that. I don't care. I don't care. I pay them. I don't care about what you expats, if that's what you call yourself. I don't want to do what you idiots do. I'm sorry. You know, I live doing what I want to do, and I have no stress. I want a massage. I tell my wife, honey, get a masseuse over here. On comes the girl, I get a massage. You know, whatever it is I want. You know, I say I want to go buy a motorcycle. Yeah, we go buy a motorcycle. Want a car? I want a car? We go buy a car. You know, I just want to live my life. I sleep in the day sometimes because of my business. I just go to bed and sleep. Ain't nobody gonna say I can't. Nobody fuck with me. My wife will cook me a meal. If I get up, I'm hungry. She'll cook for me, or she'll wake me up and say, honey, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You probably need to eat something. I'll go eat something. You know? It's not a stress point to me. You know, but you poor guys that don't know what the fuck's going on, I feel sorry for you. Anyway, guys, okay, I've been on 41 minutes. I'm going to hang up, see how we did. Like I said, if you want to feel generous, buy me a coffee. Spend $1, $5, $50, $1,000. No, just whatever. It's only for fun. It's only to buy my dogs treats because that's what you want. They're not unhealthy. I don't need the money. I make enough money. I don't give a fuck about none of it. But, guys, I'm going to say it again. Turn this around. Mousy, there's the mouse. Hey, mouse. Mouse. She's sleeping. All right, adios. I'm gone. Maybe. There we go. Try it again. There we go. See ya. Don't want to be.